Hi, my name is Brian, and this is our app, Enqueue. Enqueue is an app that we can use to deliver coronavirus vaccines and immunizations in the most efficient way possible while reducing exposure to the general public. Before we begin, let's define the problem space. How can we safely vaccinate students and San Diegans? As we can see so far, vaccination sites are often comprised of long lines, and enforcing social distancing becomes harder and harder. So for the students, how can we save them time? How can we reduce exposure to the public? For the public, how can we minimize the time spent on campus and save them commute time? And for the elderly, how can we separate them from possible asymptomatic carriers? This is where our app Enqueue comes into play. Enqueue allows users to get their vaccinations from the safety of their own homes or cars. Let's start by getting signed up. When you hit the sign up button, you're brought to this reservation page. The site will be listed, and there'll be different times for you to reserve. Times that are free are listed in green, and times that are congested are listed in red. Individuals will be encouraged to sign up in times that are green rather than times that are red in order to reduce exposures. Upon selecting your time, you're encouraged to provide your name, your email, your phone number, and your identity. Your identity just helps us identify what group you might belong to so that we can list whether or not you're general public, elderly, immunocompromised, so that whenever you're picking your site or your time, you can avoid running into the general public if you're elderly, or if you're in the general public, you can avoid running into the elderly and immunocompromised just to encourage more distancing and reduce exposures before getting your vaccine. Upon submitting your information, we're brought to this map. This map shows different vaccination sites across San Diego. Currently, the only operating vaccination site on campus is the REMAC vaccination site, but we've listed these sites as well as we plan to, after implementing Enqueue, implement more vaccination centers to reduce congestion at each center. You'll see that once you click more info on the site, you can see more information about the REMAC site, news about the site, as well as possible locations where other sites may open. As we scroll around this map, we'll see that we have one up in Scripps Del Mar, and you'll see that we also have one down there at the Rades Children's Hospital. We hope that these sites become vaccination sites later on that also implement the use of Enqueue. If we click on satellite here, we can also zoom in and view the actual location of the sites. This is to allow people to get a street view of the sites before they pull up to the site so they can plan out stuff like parking or what the site might look like and other information that they might need visually. This is also using the Google Maps API, so it uses whatever road view or satellite view that we have from Google. Finally, if you click on the View Lineup table, you'll see the current queue for each individual. It provides the name, the queue position, email, identity, and estimated wait time. All this information is to promote less exposures and less unnecessary exposures at our queue sites. Also, seeing the estimated time allows individuals to plan appropriately of when they should arrive to campus or how much time they have before their vaccination, and it also allows them to reserve certain times in case you want to do something while you're waiting, rather than standing in line for an hour or 2 hours waiting for your vaccination. This promotes efficient use of time for individuals, as well as reduces the amount of time that people, such as the general public, might need to remain on campus. This has been our presentation on Enqueue, and we thank you for watching.